Hey guys, it's me, and I know I look a mess. I wasn't able to take a shower this morning because I'm having my house painted, and they've taken all the shower curtains down, and I couldn't take a bath because the bathtub is filled with the shower curtains and the rugs and the things out of the bathroom. I'm actually barefoot in my car. I've gone to get lunch because I can't use my kitchen. Everything's covered in plastic. I'm barefoot because I can't find my shoes. Well, I know that they're in my closet, but my closet has they've put all this stuff in there so they could paint. So I'm kind of discombobulated, but I woke up today quite emotional, and so I wanted to talk about it. I guess I'll start with talking about present moment thinking. They say that depression is when you're focused on the past. It's like regret about the past, things that have happened in the past. That causes depression. And anxiety is fear of the future, things that are gonna happen, things that might happen, things that you worry will happen or could happen. Anyway, that's basically the thing. If you're worried about the future, it gives you anxiety. If you're thinking about the past, that's depression. And so in therapy, they talk a lot about present moment thinking. And present moment thinking is focusing on this very moment, which is something I knew nothing about before I started this adventure on emotional recovery. But my boyfriend, and I know you've heard me talk about the boyfriend, he lives in present moment, and I have learned so much about present moment from him. He is always in present moment. We had an argument one time, and the next day I was convinced that he was going to break up with me, but the next morning was just a new morning, a new start. He never even mentioned the argument. And he gets upset at things, and a few minutes later, he's over it. It's because he stays very much in the present moment, and he doesn't suffer from depression. He doesn't suffer from anxiety. And I remember the very first time that I understood present moment, when I really grasped the concept and felt it in my life. I was sitting on his front porch, and he was out mowing, and I was just sitting there. I had originally gone out there just because he was mowing, and it was about sunset, and I looked at the sky, and I looked at the clouds, and it was beautiful. It was pink and blue, and then pink where the sun was, and there were the few clouds, and I was sitting there, and I wasn't thinking anything. I really had nothing in my mind. I just felt at peace, completely at peace in that moment, not thinking about anything, just enjoying that one moment, the beauty of that one moment. It was just a calm sense of pleasure and peace in just sitting there and just existing in that moment. And that was my very first experience of present moment. Well, so this morning, they talk about that a lot in therapy, about going to the present moment, staying in present moment. In the present moment, you're grounded, or they talk about grounding in present moment. So this morning I'm very emotional. I wake up emotional. And I call him. I call my boyfriend, and I just have this feeling. I have this feeling that things are not right between us, that maybe he's going to break up with me, or maybe he's seeing somebody else. Maybe he's met somebody else. I don't know what I feel. Just unease. And I ask him, is everything okay between us? I mean, as far as I know, everything's okay between us. But I ask him anyway, is everything okay between us? I'm going to drive while I talk to you. And he said, yes, everything's fine. But I feel suspicious. I feel like, maybe not. And it's not that I have any reason to think that anything is up. It's not that I have any reason to think that he's found somebody else. It was just that I was feeling insecure or emotional. And I started thinking, I don't know when he would even have time to see anybody else. He works all the time, and he spends his free time with me. I don't think there's anybody else when I'm rational. I was just in a very emotional place this morning, and I got scared. I have been with my boyfriend now just over 6 years, and I love him. I love him more than I've ever loved anybody I've been in a relationship with. Love him very much, and I don't want to see that relationship end. So I started panicking. I called him. I have the feeling, the irrational feeling, that something is wrong. Okay, that's where it starts. I ask him to tell me, and hopefully that will alleviate my fear. And he tells me, there's nothing to worry about, everything's okay. Which normally should be okay. When you have an irrational thought and you confront that thought, then that's supposed to be the end of it. But it was not the end of it. I started thinking, maybe he's lying. Maybe he's not telling me the truth. And I get to the point of panicking. I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my God, maybe he's lying. Why would he not tell me? He's going to break up with me. Things are falling apart. And I don't know what to do. I'm panicking, and I think to myself, first, I'm worried. Okay, now, not only has God spent, I don't know how much time telling me not to worry. That's written all over the Bible, not to worry, not to worry, not to worry. My boyfriend always tells me not to worry, not to worry. My therapist has told me not to worry. How is that helpful? That's her famous question to me, is how is that helpful?
When you can safely do so,
well,
go to the
it's not helpful.
Section of your Alexa app.
I think to myself, okay, let's say that I worry about this. Is it going to change anything?
Hello.
No, it's not going to change anything. I guess you hear Alexa in the background. She's making me crazy. But anyway, how is worry going to help me? It's not. Is worrying going to change anything? No. If I worry about it really hard all day, will the outcome be different in the afternoon? No. So what is the point of my worrying? There is none. That's why I need not to worry. Worry doesn't help anything. Worry doesn't change anything. Worry doesn't fix anything. Worry does nothing but rob us of the time that we've worried. So then I think to myself, okay, I don't need to worry about it. And I think, okay, let's look at it this way. What's the worst that could happen? That's another question from my therapist. when I have a fear, she's like, what's, if it happened, what's the worst situation? What's the worst outcome? So the worst outcome is, yeah, he decides to tell me today, yeah, we're done. We're breaking up. This is over. Okay. That is more pain than I want to experience. That is a situation I don't want to go through. I don't want to feel the pain that I'm going to feel if this relationship ends. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to feel that pain. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to go through that. Will I survive it? Yes. Yes. Will it kill me? No. It is something that I don't want to experience. I don't want to go through it, but it is survivable. So I'm still feeling a little panicky, even though I've tried to tell myself worry is not going to help. The worst outcome is survivable. I'm still kind of panicky, and I'm like, okay, if I could find something concrete to hold on to until this blows over, maybe I could do that. And I'm thinking, what's concrete? It happens to be 7:30 in the morning, and I figure that it's Saturday, and most of the people that I know are probably asleep at 7:30 on Saturday morning. So I can't call a friend. I can't call a friend to hold on to. What's concrete? What else is concrete? What do I know is concrete? And I thought to myself, the only thing that I know is concrete is the present moment. So I thought to myself, right now, in this moment, am I safe? Yes, I'm safe. I'm in my home. I'm not hungry. I'm sheltered. The temperature's good. I'm healthy. I'm safe. It's okay. Present moment is okay. And I think, okay, let's say that the worst thing was going to happen. The worst outcome was going to happen. In 3 hours, is anything going to change? Well, first I thought in 1 hour. In 1 hour from now, will anything have changed? No, nothing will have changed. In 3 hours from now, will anything in my life have changed? No. Even in 6 hours from now, will anything in my life have changed? No. So I'm okay. Present moment is concrete. And as long as I remain in present moment and realize that I'm safe, I'm good, everything's okay, in the next hour, in the next 3 hours, in the next 6 hours, nothing is going to change. Then I have no reason to worry. I have no reason to panic. Even if it's going to be the worst outcome, I don't need to dread it, at least for the next 6 hours, because nothing's going to change. There will be no change. And for some reason, drawing myself into that present moment, holding on to the concrete of present moment, realizing that I'm safe and everything's okay, the panic went away. The panic went away. I wasn't really worried anymore. If I think about it, yeah, that's pain that I don't want to go through. Do I even know it's going to happen? I think that a lot of times we worry about things that, I think I heard somewhere something like 90% of the things that we worry about never actually even happen. So maybe he's right. Maybe he was telling the truth when he said everything's fine between us. Maybe it is. I mean, I don't have any reason to think otherwise, except that I got this feeling in my head. And I have to admit that I've been paranoid lately. Since I had the nervous breakdown, I've been experiencing a lot of paranoia. It may be completely unfounded. It's not validated yet. So, you know, it may not be even a thing. I could have spent the day worrying and stressing over something that may not even, that may be imaginary. But instead, I grounded myself in the present and helped alleviate my problems. And I don't know if you've ever been taught about present moment, but it's a good thing when you start to have a panic attack or a lot of anxiety, even depression. If you can draw yourself into the present moment and you think, stop, let's look at this. In this very moment, you know, where I am I safe? Am I breathing? Am I healthy? You know, am I hungry? Are my needs being met? You know, am I okay right now? If you are, then stay there. Stay in that moment. It'll help you calm down, and then you can deal with what you've got to deal with. But the present moment thinking is very powerful, and it happened to help me today. It happened to help me today because it was the one concrete thing that I could hold on to. I mean, the future's not promised. The past is already gone. The only thing we actually have that is concrete in our lives is this very moment. This very moment is the only concrete in our life. And so anyway, I wanted to share that with you today, and I know I'm driving around, so it's going to be kind of crazy, but that's just where I am today. Hope it helps somebody sometime, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.